Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to get all to these amazing updates. I have a lot of cool updates to show you guys. Some things have changed since last week, like recording in the daytime. But I'm going to show you all the amazing updates from my poinsettia and what I did with the others. My aloe plant, my cactuses, and of course, my orchids. So stay tuned if you want to see that.
The girl called Ladybug, I bet.
Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. Today is a plant update video and recording in the daytime again. Last week was kind of busy, so I didn't really have time to record during the day, so I did it at night. But let's go ahead and get started with the plant update, and we're going to start with the poinsettia. So here's this guy. It's still January. And right now for January, we are just supposed to water the poinsettia. There's no special things we're supposed to do right now. According to what I have, it says for January through a couple more months, I think, is you're just supposed to water it. It's so pretty. We got leaves starting to wilt, which is normal. Leaves don't live forever, so they will wilt away and they will fall off. So if you have some that are falling off, I won't freak out about it at this point. Just water it every day or every so often. What you need to do is you need to feel the soil. If the soil feels dry to you, then you just water just a little bit. And if it doesn't, leave it alone because it does not like to be overwatered. It's what I found out in my research. So here's my aloe plant right here. What I did with the other poinsettias. Before we get to the aloe, what I did with other poinsettias is we planted them out in the front yard. So what you're supposed to do when you replant them is you're supposed to pull out the soil with the roots so the roots can grow. That's what you're supposed to do. We didn't do that, but we just planted them there. We watered them as soon as they were planted, and every time I water this one and it hasn't rained outside, I do go out there and I water those. Same as my aloe plants out there. So now we're going to get to the aloe, which the aloe is looking pretty darn good right now. There are a couple leaves that I will need to snip. There's this one right here, as you can see, is like very papery. It's got to go. This one is almost to that point, but not quite. I have a couple others that are starting to go. But until they are like completely this color, they don't have to be papery at all, but if they're this color, it's definitely time to snip them. And I got my new shears. These are my new shears. I will leave an Amazon affiliate link in the description below if you want to check these out, but they're really cool. So you just want to snip right there. Oh, I love this stuff. And it just comes off like that. You just want to do that to the parts that are this color, like a yellowish, brownish color. When it hits that color, that's the time when you would want to snip them off. But other than that, everything's looking good. Again, you just have to, if you have aloe plants, you just have to feel the soil to see if it's needed water. And what I've done is I have it in two containers. I just have this regular container. It has no holes in it. And then I have this plastic, this is a glass container. And then I have this plastic container that I have from an orchid I had. And I put holes in the bottom right there, and I just place it in here. And when I water it, the water will go through the soil, through this pot, into this pot. That way there's no sitting water, because they don't like that at all. They don't like to be in sitting water. But it's looking good so far. It doesn't want to sit up straight for me anymore. It doesn't. I've tried moving it around to have it sit up straight. It says no. And I'm kind of used to that, because my orchids do the exact same thing. So now we're going to get to my Easter or Christmas cactuses. I know for sure 3 are Christmas. These are either Christmas or Easter. I can't remember how to tell the difference. So I just don't anymore. But these guys are looking quite well. They are growing like crazy. And I believe I need to water these guys again. What I've been doing the past month at least, is when it's cold out now, when it gets into like the 60s, that's when I usually have them out by the back door. I just have them against this glass back door right here at night when it's time for bed. And when I get up, I bring them over here. So if it gets in the 60s where it's cold enough for you to turn on the heat, that's usually the time you want to put them by the back door or the coldest room in your house, because that will help it start getting into the process of producing buds, which would happen to that guy over there. So here's this one. As you can see, it has many, many leaves, but so far, no signs of blooms. But we can always, well, if we don't get any blooms by Easter, we'll have to wait till Christmas again. But it's fine. I'm okay with it. I had one give me buds this year, so that's awesome. So then we have this one, which I know for sure is a Christmas cactus because I bought these about 2 years ago, I think. There are a lot of potential buds that could happen, but I won't know till they start coming out. So these guys are looking amazing. And here's this one, which also has lots of potential buds, but like I said, until you start seeing them come out, you won't know if it's going to be a bud or it's going to be a leaf until it comes out and starts showing you what it's going to be. Usually if it starts coming out and it's still green, it's still a 50-50 chance. But if it starts coming out with a color and it's like a pointy area, that usually tells you it's going to be a bloom. And last week you saw that this one gave me a bloom. It was awesome. It fell off now. But it was awesome to see it bloom. It was so nice. Once I get my new camera, I will definitely have to do a time lapse of this guy blooming, which is awesome. Because it bloomed within like a 2 to 3 day period. So it's like I saw the bloom for a few days, and then within like a 2 to 3 day period, it bloomed and then closed itself. So it was beautiful. I showed you guys what it looked like, but I would definitely, when I get my new camera, I will definitely do a time lapse when there's a bud on one of these guys. But for right now, this guy, again, has potential buds. It sits over here by my orchis, which is by a window, and at night it gets cold, so I don't have to move this guy. I just leave him right there against the window, which is awesome. So with Christmas or Easter cactuses, it's very low maintenance, I have found. You just have to water it every so often, fill the soil. If the soil is dry, water it. If not, leave it alone. You just gotta keep repeating that process every day. I do it every morning when I bring them in. And you just gotta fertilize them every couple of weeks. The fertilizer I use is this Miracle-Gro. I use Miracle-Gro for my soil, for all my plants that are not my orchids. So for everything else, I use that. They're not sponsoring this video. It's just I love using that fertilizer. And I love using another fertilizer I got from Amazon for my orchids, which I'll show you guys in just a second. So here's one of my orchids who's doing quite well, which looks like I need to add more water. As you can see, these leaves have fallen off, and I think this flower spike could start dying now, which is totally normal. But we still have these right here. These flowers started falling off this week, actually. They all fell off yesterday. So it's still a nice, firm flower spike. So it means it's not dying yet. But I think the tip is starting to go. We still got these guys over here with a healthy flower spike. So yeah, everything is looking good. And then we're going to move on to this one, which definitely needs more water because the water's almost gone in this one. And this one still has flowers. And as you can see, I cut this flower spike off because it was dead. It needed to go. But everything looks good. The root system looks good. The leaves look amazing. And we still have this little bitty flower spike. There's flowers on it and possible more, which is amazing. I love it. Gotta get it right back in its spot. There we go. So then we have this one who has been drinking water like crazy. It has. So you can tell, the water was up here. It's all the way down here now. So I definitely need to refill the water on this one. The leaf is growing nice. Everything looks good. The flower spike is still in great condition. No signs of new buds yet. No signs of new flower spikes. Just the root system. Lots and lots of roots, which is amazing. And then we have this one, which, as I can see, is completely out of water. See if I remember where the water was right about here, and now it's gone. So this one has been drinking a lot of water. Lots of water. As you can see, all the roots are gray, which means it needs water. So I definitely need to refill water. And if a root goes up like this, it happens. Those are area roots, and you don't want to force those down into the water. Just let them be. Just let your orchid be like that. They're crazy like that, and I love it. So I definitely got to put more water into this guy right here. And then we have this big one over here who is growing like crazy. Oh, it's growing. This was the one I was worried about a few weeks ago, but the leaf is growing quite well right here. The root system is growing. It has grown so much since the last time I filmed. So it's growing. It's coming out. So I am quite happy with that. I don't need to put more water in this. The water looks clear to me, so I don't need to change the water. I do need to refill the water on a few other ones. So that's definitely something I will have to do today, is refill some water back up to their water level. And once I still have water, make sure that it's clear water. That. So now I'm going to tell you the fertilizer I use for my orchids and where you can find them. I will leave the affiliate link in the description below because I got these off Amazon. So this one is for your orchids when they don't have flower spikes. This is for only when they're growing leaves and when they're growing roots. This is the one you want to use, which is down right there. And then this one is for when your orchids are in spike. They have flower spikes or they have blooms. This is definitely the one you want to use. Again, I will leave the affiliate link down in the description below so you can go check it out. And what I do is I do it every 2 weeks, which is what is recommended on the package. So definitely always read the package of what it recommends. And what I do is I use just this little guy right here. Maybe you can read that better. But I just use like a 1/8 teaspoon. And what I do is I get my distilled water, which I have right here. And so I'm able to collect rainwater completely because right now my bin outside doesn't want to keep it all in. So what I do is I get 2 different pots, kind of like pots because I got a lot of orchids. I have 1, 2, 3 that take the blue fertilizer and 2 that take the yellow fertilizer. That's how I tell the difference between which ones I need to use. So what I do is I get a big pot for the ones that are in bloom that I have to use the blue fertilizer for, and I get a smaller one for the 2 that I use the yellow fertilizer for. what I do is I mix up the water and the fertilizer already, and then I add each orchid to its container, and I let them soak in the water and fertilizer for 1 hour. Then I take them out and I put them back in their container, and we're good for a couple of weeks. So that's what I do. That has been working well for me. When I first did this, I will leave it in their actual pots for about a whole week, and that didn't go well because they didn't like that. So now I just fertilize them in the pots for 1 hour, and then I put them back in their container, and they seem to like that quite well. So that is what I do. All the links of all the items I have talked about will be in the description below. The shears, I'll have an affiliate link. The orchid fertilizer, I'll have an affiliate link. I will find a link for the Miracle-Gro fertilizer. And if you click on these links and you buy the product, I will get a small commission. It's not much, but I just want you guys to let you know so you don't feel like you're being pulled around or anything like that. I do get a small commission if you buy the items, but I would not tell you to buy these things if I don't use them and I don't find them useful. So everything I use is actually something that I use. I use the shears. I actually have 2 of these. I have a pair of these because I'm going to keep one to use specifically for my orchids because I have to put a flame to it at points. And the other one is going to be for like the rest of the plants. So I have 2 of those. I got my fertilizers that I got off Amazon. The Miracle-Gro I didn't buy from Amazon, but I can find the link online. So if you see me using an item here, just know I wouldn't recommend it unless I found it very useful and I use it on a daily basis. A daily to weekly basis. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you are new here, and don't forget that hit that bell right next to the red button so you always get notified when I have new videos out. And just in case YouTube does not notify you, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I always post my new videos there. I'll see you guys next time.